So I know it's really super late, and I said that I would get on here no matter what. So I'm taking accountability, and I just wanted to check in because today I actually was very mindful of different like feelings I was having and like where I was when I was having them, and like maybe what um, like was causing certain things. And so I realized like there's like um, there's noises and like like crowded places sometimes, and I could just be sitting even with my eyes closed. Like today, I was sitting on the bus and I was completely like at peace, and I don't know what it was. Like I don't know. Like what I noticed is that there's things that we don't even know that trigger us that we didn't even like we're not even aware of. And what I mean by that is I was in peace, like I was just sitting there in peace, and like I was still at peace, but I was just like I felt like my heart just started to kind of get a little fast, and like I felt like I like needed to take like a deep breath, like I don't really know how to explain this. So or like like I realized that I feel like my mind gets ahead of me sometimes, like like when I'm going somewhere, and like in a moment I can have like something that excites me, and I can completely forget what I'm doing. Um, and I take off to go, like today I took off to go somewhere, and I completely left something that was really important that I needed to have with me, you know, um, and just left it sitting, you know, because I got super excited even about sending it, like, and I'm like, I'm trying to be mindful of these things so I can work on them. You have to excuse me. I'm just like, my hair looks crazy. I'm like, but anyways, like it's, but at the same time, like I am recognizing like so many different blessings that the Lord is like so many different gifts and blessings He's given me just being in His presence. Um, I've been writing a lot, and I know I've said this. And if you don't write, I really encourage you to write. It's healing, number one. It allows you to express yourself, which I can honestly say I don't write down everything that I think, because it's best that I don't, and it's best that I pray about those things when I do think about things. Uh, that I just give it to God. Uh, but I share when it's necessary. And so, like, I'm also realizing that people aren't always going to agree with what you say or what's in your spirit or who you are as a person. And that's okay, like, we're not for everybody. But I do genuinely love from a heart that is completely wide open. And I try to imagine how Jesus did, like how no matter what He went through, how He loved so deeply that He gave His life. I try to remember that, and I'm not always good at it. Um, and I'll never ever compare myself to Jesus. But I tried to imagine what he must have felt like, what he must have experienced, and how he cried out to God and said, "Why has thou forsaken me?" Like, to think that your father has forsaken you. Like, right? And still, when he said, "If this cup can pass through me, let it pass, but thy will be done." And I pray that in the morning and at night. And it can be hard. It can be hard. But at the same time, loving is so easy. That's the beauty of where I'm at today. Is I've always been really good since I was like a little kid. I loving. It's gotten me hurt a lot. But I've still always been really good at loving. Even in the middle of it, like I wasn't always good at it then, but like I really tried. And sometimes I'm just like, okay, God, what are you doing right now? And then he shows me something else, or he speaks to me, or I just feel his love and his presence. That is so real. There's nothing greater. And I go, that's what you're doing. It doesn't make it easy. But I did. I try to be mindful today of different places or situations or um, what I was doing when I would feel certain ways. And it was just, and I know like some people like to say it's a spirit or whatever, but I'm telling you that nothing is within me besides the Spirit of God. But I would get overwhelmed and it'd be out of nowhere. And then I noticed that. And I'm only talking because I said I would be willing. And I pray that it helps other people become mindful and start to acknowledge, what they might be going through or experiencing or whatever. Pay attention to it because I've tried to ignore things. But at the same time, like when I say try to ignore them, like I haven't really been ignoring things. I give everything to God. Everything. He knows everything anyway. So I've been noticing like it's like this shift kind of like it's like a shift. I can't in like how I am sometimes. And I don't even realize it's happening until today. I was noticing it. And I was just like, what? I mean, have I always been like this? I know God is doing like so many mighty works in my life, and I am truly grateful. That's just something that I noticed, and I don't know if any of that made sense to you, but I know it made sense for me. And I'm sorry if it didn't make sense to you, but for those of you that it did make sense to you, then you understand because you've experienced it. And even if it helps one person to think about being mindful, like they say like feelings are for a moment, and that's true. But these weren't feelings. This was this is different. This was me as a person, like changing. How much, like there's a lot of changes happening. Anyways, and then something that the Lord showed me today. This guy at this bus stop, he was circling me, and I just felt, I could feel him continue to walk up on me, and I turned around and I was just like, listen. I didn't say it where he could hear me, but he's seen the look in my eyes, you know what I'm saying? And they say the spirit knows the spirit, and like I said, I only have the spirit of God dwelling inside me, but he walked up on me one too many times that I tried and give him that look like, no, don't do that anymore. But I asked him, I said, are you okay? And he just, said, like, looked at me real crazy. And I was like, listen, dude, I'm a little crazy too. And I probably shouldn't say that, like, not even being funny, but like, I was like, I don't think people understand what I've been through, and to have so much peace and so much love. I don't even think you believe it. I don't even think if I painted that picture, I mean, I would probably have to be like strapped to a lie detector test for people to believe like the horrific things that I've seen and experienced and lived through and walked through to come out like I am today. It's nothing but the grace of God. It's only a miracle. And I cannot even begin to tell you how incredible the Lord is. And so I just continued I'm trying to continue paying attention. And today, I got my insurance just picked over, and the lady on the phone was so nice. She was like, this is such a good doctor. He's got everything. He's like all these different, specialties. And I was like, oh yeah, what are they? She said he's a primary care doctor and a psychiatrist. And I was like, oh yeah, who you're talking to. Like, I don't know, like apparently, people really want me to see a psychiatrist and think any medication. Which, that's another story. Like, I've been on so many different medications. I've been a guinea pig, I'm telling you. I have been a guinea pig with so many different medications and so many different experiments. And I've tried just about everything. And it made me worse. And I don't know one thing that did help me. I was on a ventilator for the beginning of the year last year because I ate a whole bottle of it. So I don't know. But I am being mindful of things and walking through this. I love it. And growing and worshiping. And you know what I love about worshipers? Is that they completely understand where you're at. It's not like we're other people, and I say other people because I feel like there's such a difference between worshipers and everybody else. And I mean that like in like the most loving way. And I say that because I feel like worshipers have really been through some stuff to actually literally have to go to God and just be like, you know what, Lord, this is all I have. This is all I have, and it's all for you. And and we find not only Him, but we find ourselves in Him and in all of Him, and that's where we heal and when we access strength. And so I don't know where you're at. I just thought I would get on and share that. And I hope that made sense to somebody. And I'm not telling anybody not taking medicine or go to the doctor or whatever. Like we're all different. I have enough people researching me and watching me and knowing that I am really okay. Like um, the psychiatrists that are stuff online saying somebody's going into psychosis and this and that. You got to pay attention to those kind. You know what I'm saying? You got to wonder who's paying those people. So we just pray for them. Other than that, that the Lord blesses and keeps you and gives you strength. And I speak against any mental illness, sickness, or disease in the name of Jesus. May you have the sweetest dreams.